right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the campus of River Bluff High School in Lexington, South Carolina. We got more action. Baller TV's coverage of the 2021 Chick-Fil-A Classic. Myself and Kevin Schneider on the call for you here. Kevin joining us for our semifinal games today. It's been a blast working with you so far.
No question, Pat. We got another dandy on our hands.
Oh, we most certainly do. We got an exciting game ahead of us between Prolific Prep and Liberty Heights. Prolific Prep, one of the best teams in the country, several big-name prospects on their team, and Liberty Heights, one of the top teams in North Carolina. They put on a show yesterday, and hopefully we see another show today between these two squads.
We start with Prolific Prep, coached by Billy McKnight, highlighted by MJ Rice, the 5-star, number 20 in the nation, headed to Kansas. Adam Bona comes in at number 17. He's headed to UCLA to play for Mick Cronin next season. Trey White, 4-star, number 35 nationally in the ESPN rankings, headed to USC. Jordan Pope, also one to watch, holds several offers, 6 offers, the senior point guard. And for Liberty Heights, AJ Jones' squad. They just won our Big Shots Winter Jam. They played 3 games up in Winston. They played 1 yesterday. Came in and beat Huntington Prep here. They were a late edition of the Chick-Fil-A Classic. And they put on a show last night in the win over Huntington Prep. And they're a feisty group. They come in 18-1, one of the hottest teams in the Carolinas. And the Simpkins brothers are 2 to watch. Tawan Simpkins and Kai Simpkins. Chad Stinson, number 5, also a shooter. They play extremely well together. A team that is fun to watch, that doesn't give an inch, and they'll fight you for 32 minutes to the end. Talented matchup coming up. One of the nation's best in Prolific Prep versus one of the nation's hottest teams in Liberty Heights.
You mentioned the Simpkins brothers, I should say, for Liberty Heights. They combined for 42 points between the two of them yesterday. There were several high-flying dunks, great assists, all kinds of incredible action from those two. And Tawan actually participated in the dunk contest last night as well.
Which you don't know, he actually tweaked his ankle yesterday morning. And I said, hey, listen, this is a big week for you. They picked up an offer from Mount Olive the other night following their game. So they're fired up to get out here, play on this national stage against a team like Prolific that has several high major players that are already committed and make a name for themselves.
Getting our starting 5s for both teams now. Tawan and Sakai Simpkins for Liberty Heights, Caleb Hedgepeth, Chaz Stinson, and as well is David Wilkerson in the starting lineup. For Prolific Prep, the usual subjects: Infamara Dabo, MJ Rice, Trey White, Jordan Pope, who's wearing number 5 today, and Adem Bona. Bona, after Prolific Prep's game yesterday, he had a waiting room line of fans waiting for pictures and autographs, and I don't blame them, to be honest. The show he put on yesterday was incredible. High-level dunks, defense down low. He's a big physical presence. He just stands out with his frame. He stands out in a crowd of guys who are super athletes.
High motor big. Adem Bona headed to UCLA. Prolific Prep now without Dior Johnson. Look for MJ Rice. He really stepped up, had 17. You'll start to see the 5-star talent from him. Trey White, one of the best shooters in the nation in the class of 2022. Number 22 in gray.
One of the best parts of watching Prolific Prep is their pregame warm-ups. The show that MJ Rice and Trey White put on in warm-ups every time, working everyone in their spots and making it look easy. They don't miss.
No, that's the high-level talent they have, and we'll see it here on display tonight as they take on a feisty Liberty Heights squad.
Prolific Prep will have the size advantage throughout this game, but don't discount Liberty Heights here. They've got motor, they've got motivation, heart, and they play with a fire more than anything else. They're not afraid of the moment. Adem Bona called for a traveling violation on Prolific Prep's first possession of the game.
Out of teams in the Carolina, Combine, Moravian Prep, Liberty Heights National, who's at the beach ball. You're seeing Liberty Heights Varsity. Liberty Heights well represented. It's one of the premier programs in the country. And this team here plays as well together as any, mixed with experience and depth. The team in red, coached by A.J. Jones.
Liberty Heights playing 4 out at the moment. David Wilkerson driving and gets one to go with the right hand. A nice play there from Wilkerson. An early bucket for Liberty Heights. Trey White from the elbow, long range, rims out. A rebound from Jordan Pope. Now it's MJ Rice on the other end. And a miss there as well. And Famara Dabo with the rebounds.
That'll be key for Liberty Heights, is keeping Prolific Prep off the glass. You see them got 2 offensive rebounds here in the early going. And Bona posting up deep.
Trey White with the finish at the rim off the Bona assist.
What a cut by White. You feed the post. Don't stand. Stay moving. White with the cut and the finish.
Simpkins driving. And no chance there getting over Dabo and Bona. Although coming from behind, Tawan Simpkins with the hustle defense.
And that's
Skip. Chaz Stinson at the other end. The left-handed layup is good.
That's the fighting Simpkins. Stinson, a game MVP earlier this morning at 15. You're seeing his fight.
That's something that you'll see in both of the Simpkins brothers that also translates to the rest of this Liberty Heights team. They almost feed off of that Simpkins tandem. And it plays a factor in how the team plays together as a whole. Adem Bona looking for the alley-oop opportunity, goes to the ground. Now it's Chaz Stinson to David Wilkerson, right-handed finish, no good. Hedgepeth trying to get the second effort to go, but Enfamara Dabo comes up with the rebound. Jordan Pope keeps his feet inbound on the pass from Trey White. Now feeding Bona down low. Nice post move, but a miss and a rebound from Hedgepeth.
Bona makes his presence felt down in the post, Pat. A tough check. Liberty Heights trying to swarm Bona inside the UCLA signee, making it difficult for him to finish.
You have Taiwan and Sakai Simpkins. Chaz Stinson drains a mid-range jumper. He's got 4. Tawan and Sakai Simpkins, they wear numbers 2 and 3 respectively.
They picked up an offer from Mount Olive. Expect them to pick up many more in the week to come. That's what's great about these holiday tournaments like this, the national stage. Players maybe come in under-recruited, known as quote-unquote sleepers that aren't sleepers, just honestly being missed. And Simpkins, Takai, and Tawan are 2 of them, as well as Chaz Stinson, number 5.
Well, if you're looking for a way to tell apart the Simpkins brothers, look at their socks. Tawan wears the high socks, Takai wears the low socks.
I'll be honest, I was with them for 3 straight days. I still can't tell the difference. I just know they can ball. And we just saw MJ Rice. It's been fun to watch him over the years. Seen him play since he's been about 10 years old, number 1, a Raleigh, North Carolina native, back home on the East Coast. Headed to Kansas, MJ Rice, number 1.
No shot there from Bona. A foul charge to Caleb Hedgepeth. It's his first.
That foul is on Caleb Hedgepeth. That's his first.
And this Prolific Prep team, not short of college talent, that's for sure. Bona goes over the top of Hedgepeth, can't get the layup to go. Tough defense there from Hedgepeth. And now Chaz Stinson brings the ball up for Liberty Heights. 4 out for the Cardinals. Tawan Simpkins at the elbow, trying to make a move around Infamara Dabo, but a huge size mismatch there. Now it's Wilkerson. To Takai Simpkins. Tawan in the corner. Trapped immediately. Chaz Stinson down low. Tries to get a pass to Wilkerson, but shoots it out of bounds. 6-4 our score. Prolific Prep leaving halfway through the first quarter. A low-scoring game thus far, although I wouldn't bet on that to continue.
Prolific Prep doesn't mind playing in the half court. Liberty Heights looking to get up and down with their speed.
And I think that's going to have to be the key for Liberty Heights. It's force this game to turn into a transition game. It's going to be hard for you to win the half-court battle when you're this outsized by the likes of Infamara Dabo, Adembona, some others even on the prolific prep side.
Definitely one of the longer teams that we've seen. Obviously, we just watched Dream City and Denver Prep that are both full of length. Prolific Prep falls in the likes of them as well.
Most definitely. MJ Rice from long range, no good. And a rebound by Takai Simpkins. Simpkins to Wilkerson. Fakes outside, goes inside. Adembona with the block.
Bona says no.
A bona fide shot blocker.
He sent that back to Westwood.
Unbelievable. And still a light murmur in the gym after that shot block. Tawan Simpkins guarded closely by Jordan Pope. Driving to the rim, works around Bona and is knocked to the ground. Bona has his pass tipped in Famara Dabo to Trey White. And that pass knocked out of bounds by Liberty Heights.
Bona, I see a lot of Oscar Toshibwe in this game. Big O came up the ranks in big shots for many years. Obviously dominant, one of the most dominant bigs in the country at Kentucky. Number 34 rocking the same number, and his motor's been on display.
Trey White with a spin, left hand, no good. Chaz Stinson with the rebound and a foul. Foul goes to Trey White. That's his first. First foul of the game, actually. It's been a pretty clean played ball game. It's not a whole lot of offensive opportunities for either team. Both teams playing great defense.
Not when you have Bona playing above the block. I mean, he's high riser, number 34 in gray.
Now the challenge of guarding Bona comes to Josiah Dow. Dow, who just checked into the game, trading shoulder blows with Trey White. Maybe a little smack talk between the two of them.
Dow normally starts coming off the bench here for Liberty Heights today.
Prolific Prep working a 2-3 zone. Wilkerson from deep, no good. Rebound by Rice. Liberty Heights running a 2-3 zone as well. Bona feeding White. And a mishandled pass. Now it's Takai Simpkins driving. Maybe some hesitation there. Trying to figure out a way to get around Bona. And a foul is called. Bona will be the accused. He's the one who committed the foul. It's his first. Second team foul for Prolific Prep.
That's what Liberty Heights wants to do. Get the ball, get out in transition. One of the fastest teams in the Carolinas, Liberty Heights. What a job Michael Wright's done with the program. Liberty Heights, national undefeated at the beach ball. You're seeing Liberty Heights varsity undefeated so far during the holidays at 18-1.
And tough sledding there for Takai Simpkins. No luck trying to get around the likes of Morsek. And Adembona. Bona, the second chance effort is no good, and he's fouled.
Bona is everywhere. You see him blocking shots, rebounding, even playing some point, leading the break, hitting the offensive glass, headed to the line. Number 17 in the ESPN rankings. Adembona headed to UCLA. Mick Cronin, what a job he's done for the Bruins.
That foul charge to David Wilkerson. It's his first. And you're right, Bona has been all over the court thus far. Makes the first at the line. That'll make the score 6-5. Liberty Heights still leading. More sec in the game for Prolific Prep as well.
Nice stroke from the big fella.
David Wilkerson leading the offense for Liberty Heights. Now it's Tawan Simpkins. Back across to Wilkerson. Liberty Heights trying to find an open look here. Might have had Chaz Stinson in the corner for a second. Instead, it's Tawan Simpkins shooting from deep. No good. Bona comes up with the rebound. Trey White Pointing to Morsek. Drives baseline, spins around, feeds his teammate on the elbow. Good defense there from Takai Simpkins. Chad Stinson manning up. Adembona nearly brought the gym to his feet.
I love it, though. That's what you want.
Chad Stinson going cross-court, driving left hand, using his speed to his advantage.
And the crowd's kind of getting behind the Liberty Heights squad here at River Bluff.
I don't blame them.
Maybe the underdog.
Trey White from deep, no good. Morsek with the rebound. Fouled and count the basket.
Morsek, the 7-foot senior, offers from Kansas, Oklahoma State, LMU, and San Francisco, headed to the line.
Basket is good by Morsek. 1 shot.
First foul attributed to Josiah Dow. Morsek makes the free throw and makes it a 3-point play for Prolific Prep. 9-8 our score. Prolific Prep leading. Juwan Simpkins taking his time, moving the ball past half court. Now it's Wilkerson. Back to Stinson. Stinson from deep, misses. Bono with the rebounds. Trey White looking for Bona inside, instead sizing up Simpkins.
Big time pass.
Traveling violation called against Prolific Prep. It's Liberty Heights ball. Liberty Heights certainly hanging with Prolific Prep early on.
Half-court game.
However.
Half-court game for Prolific Prep at this point. Low-scoring first quarter, 9-8.
Guy Simpkins to Wilkerson. Chaz Stinson driving inside, nearly finished at the rim. Wilkerson with the rebound, he's fouled. The energy in this gym has slowly but surely gone up every minute of this game.
It's a high-level game right here. Winner faces Dream City in the title.
Jordan Pope checks in for Morsek. Dembona still on the floor. Tawan Simpkins tried the catch and shoot there, but came up short. 9-8 our score at the end of the first quarter. Prolific Prep with the lead. And a very competitive first quarter thus far. You would have expected on paper Prolific Prep to, continue more of what Dream City was doing in the last game, but instead, Liberty Heights, they're proving they're here for a reason.
For Billy McKnight's squad, you've seen the athleticism, Dembona, the UCLA signee, at both ends of the floor. Quiet first quarter from MJ Rice and Trey White, the two high-level wings. If you're Liberty Heights, Chaz Stinson had a big first quarter with 5. And the Simpkins brothers, 2 players that are fun to watch. Many D2s, low majors sitting courtside. The scholarship offers may be coming out here soon for those 2.
Most definitely they can keep playing like this. Although Prolific Prep, you could argue they're not having the game that they want either. Liberty Heights has been keeping them in check on the offensive side of the ball for the most part.
Expect Billy McKnight, one of the better coaches in the country, to make some adjustments here going into the second quarter. Does an outstanding job when you have the talent that they have on their roster. Managing the talent, players on and off the court, not always as easy as people think.
It seemed to me in Prolific Prep's game yesterday, obviously one of their advantages is the outside shooting of Trey White, MJ Rice, a host of others. Right now, Liberty Heights is limiting that factor of their game. If they can continue to do that, they'll have a chance to win, but they need to find a way to score in the half court. Takai Simpkins misses from deep.
The length of Prolific Prep forcing Liberty Heights to take shots from deep. Contested. Go get it.
Dembona on the feed from Trey White.
That was dialed up at the break. Trey White to Bona.
Unbelievable. Trey White nodding his head in confirmation on the way back down across the court. And how about Tawan Simpkins at the baseline with a nice finish.
The Simpkins boys putting on a show. Number 2 and 3. Number 2, Tawan. Number 3, Takai. One's right-handed, one's left. They both get buckets.
Is that true? One of them's right-handed and one of them's left-handed?
That's how I can tell the difference when they shoot.
That's funny.
If I take a picture, I literally can't tell the difference
And
other
they're
than their
twins
number.
too, right?
Twins.
Chaz Stinson. The second chance effort is good.
High motor guard, Chaz Stinson, another scholarship player, college coaches. He gets after it, both ends of the floor.
12-11 our score. Liberty Heights with a 1-point lead. 6 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trey White with the pull-up, no good. Jordan Pope with the rebounds.
Jordan Pope does a nice job running the team, offers from San Diego, Wichita State, Nevada, San Fran, number 5.
MJ Rice from the elbow with a hand in his face, it's good.
That's Pierre. H+ body, H+ game, MJ Rice from downtown. Start for Team Loaded on the circuit.
Tawan Simpkins loses a hold of it. Prolific Prep has the ball, but jump ball is the call on the floor. Possession arrow favors Prolific Prep, so it's their ball anyways.
Love the energy from Billy McKnight's defensive squad. Even when shots aren't falling, doesn't dictate how they bring the defensive intensity every possession.
Zion Sensley checking in for Prolific Prep. Trey White heads to the bench for the first time tonight. And Sensley bringing the ball up court. Cross-court pass to Pope. Morsek sets the screen. Pope with the floater. A miss off the back iron. It's Dow with the rebounds. Stinson now. Liberty Heights setting up their half-court offense. Going 5 out. Now Dow moving into the high post. Now back down low. Wilkerson. To Simpkins. Stinson to the other Simpkins brother. Swing passes left and right from Liberty Heights. Good job there from Wilkerson getting the ball back out. Wilkerson nearly popped the 3 in the corner. Trying to fight over Morsek, but can't get it done. Bono with the rebound. Feeds Sensley. Just under 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Bona driving the right hand. No good, but a foul is called on the play. Foul should be charged to Josiah Dow. It is. That's his second personal.
Bono really makes his impact felt. Reminds me of Big O, the Shebway.
He's not afraid to drive the ball either.
Puts it on the deck some. His energy's 110, always bringing it, number 34 at the line. One of the nation's top centers in the 22 class.
Well, you can certainly see why. Caleb Hedgepeth and Joel Torres check back in for Liberty Heights. Bona made his first at the line. We're going to go 2 for 2 here. And he does just that.
He's 4 for 4 from the line, number 34, Adem Bona.
6 points total on the day for the Prolific Prep Center. Wilkerson feeds inside, and a missed pass there from Liberty Heights, but they keep it in on their side of the court. It's Wilkerson now trying to set up the offense with 4 minutes and 22 seconds to play in the first half.
Prolific Prep in the zone, using their length. A 1-3-1. Those shots got to go against that, and it does.
Tawan Simpkins from deep.
That's Tawan, the lefty. Takai right, Tawan left, Trey ball.
5 points for Tawan Simpkins.
Bona wants to clear out. What a pass.
Sensley receives the feed from Bona. Now it's Jordan Pope at the top, getting a screen from Morsek. Pope driving right hand, trying to go over the top of Joel Torres and Caleb Hedgepeth. He draws a foul on the drive. That foul charged to David Wilkerson, his second of the evening.
Team 6, 2 shots coming up.
Both teams have plenty of depth. For Prolific Prep, they bring in a player like Zion Sensley, a sophomore. Already holds several high major offers. Washington State. Offer from Hawaii. Morsek, another high-level prospect to watch.
Morsek and MJ Rice just checked out for Prolific Prep.
Both teams like to go about 9 deep, Pat.
That's true.
9 or 10 deep in this one. They're going to need every guy making plays to pull out this dub.
Tawan nearly popped from 3 again. And nice defense there from Jordan Pope, getting a handle on the Takai Simpkins pass and finishing at the other end. First points of the day for Jordan Pope.
Pope active on the ball, holds 6 Division I offers.
And now Tawan Simpkins dribbling it out of bounds. A turnover there from Liberty Heights. Prolific Prep with the ball in a 4-point lead with 3 minutes and 21 seconds to go. I don't think Adem Bona has spent a minute not on the court thus far.
And he's all over the court. Helps you break pressure, sets ball screens, rolls. His motor was high even when he was doing the starting lineup.
Trey
White called for the charge.
Offensive foul.
And maybe a little shaken up on the baseline.
He landed awkwardly.
That's his second.
Takai Simpkins slid in. He went down hard, Trey White. Lights out shooter. Headed to USC.
Picks himself up off the floor. He's got a little bit of, I think he's got a bloody mouth. He does. Blood on his hands too. He just smiled to his teammates, threw up the peace signs. He says, I'm all good. Just manage me up. No hesitation walking to the trainer. He'll be replaced by MJ Rice on the court.
Looks like he may have lost a tooth. That's what he had in his hand. That's exactly what that was.
Time to start asking coaches over at USC if they offer dental insurance too.
With the new NIL stuff, he may have no problem getting that. Once he gets to USC.
Hidden benefits of today's student-athlete landscape. He seems like he'll be okay. He's being attended to by a trainer at the moment.
He's a talent. He's a talent, man. I've watched him for many years now. Trey White really shoots it, great size. Andy Enfield over at USC. They got it going on in LA, man. USC, UCLA, both teams getting it done.
Every sport is better when USC and UCLA are good. Every sport.
No question of that. Growing up on the West Coast, it's fun to see these teams from Napa, California, Phoenix, Arizona, coming back here, representing here at the Chick-Fil-A Classic.
We're just taking a brief timeout on the floor, trying to wipe the blood off of the court underneath the basket. Maybe some extra blood in different areas on the court as well. Got to keep the court sanitary, right? Our score 19-15. 3 minutes, 2 seconds remaining in the first half. And it looks like we're just about set to resume play. Following the conclusion of Liberty Heights and Prolific Prep, we'll have Irmo and Lexington High Schools duking it out for a spot in the American Bracket Final. Irmo and Lexington, 2 local teams. 2 local rivals, I might add. Both schools short drive away from River Bluff High School's campus. David Wilkerson faking from 3 and a block from Infamara Dabo on the shot by Caleb Hedgepeth. A turnover now from Jordan Pope, but a save from Dabo. And now MJ Rice is called for a travel.
MJ needs to just pull the trigger on that. He already had 1-3 early. Let's put the time in the weight room. Number 1, MJ Rice. You saw his dad, you see why he's built that way. Often one of my security guards at a Big Shots tournament. Not really, but obviously if I had some issues, I was turning to him.
He's a big guy, huh?
Big, strong guy.
And a foul called on the shot from Tawan Simpkins. Deb Bona called for the foul. It's his second.
Team's fifth.
15th foul against Prolific Prep.
Both teams kind of been stuck at this 19-15 mark. Here in the second quarter, low-scoring game.
It really has been a low-scoring game, and part of that, I don't even think it's really, it's more so just good defense from both teams than offensive inefficiency.
Momentum hasn't shifted either way. Style of play, we got Prolific playing more in the half court. Liberty Heights trying to get up and down, but Prolific eliminating that. Credit Billy McKnight going to 1-3-1. Bona, Morsek blocking shots as well as Bona. And Dabo.
It's almost like these two teams are canceling each other out.
Now you see Liberty Heights go to a 1-2-2.
MJ Rice from long range, no good. A rebound from Tawan Simpkins, loses possession out of bounds. Prolific Prep ball. Jordan Pope will inbound for Prolific Prep. 19-16 our score, 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Prolific Prep working with a 3-point lead. Morsek hands off to Jordan Pope. The shot from outside, no good. Tawan Simpkins with the rebound.
Dime.
Diving, nice
Hedge
speed
pad.
to Hedgepad. You said it first, that was a dime.
That's what they wanted.
19-18 our score now, a 1-point game. And a 30-second timeout from Billy McKnight on the Prolific Prep bench.
That's what they want to do. Liberty Heights, get out and run. They've had a busy day, traveling up to Winston-Salem, went 3-0 at the Big Shots Winter Jam. They're 1-0 here at Chick-Fil-A Classic, beating Huntington Prep. Starting to get their legs underneath them here. At the end of the second quarter, only trailing by 1 to national power of Prolific Prep.
And you got to give Liberty Heights credit. I mean, coming from a multiple-day tournament yesterday, participating in another multiple-day tournament, it's almost like they're going a week strong now at this point.
And they're ready. I mean, these guys are fighting for respect, scholarships. Many of them just picking up their first scholarships, and this is a great opportunity, so they're ready for this moment. When Gary Fulmer needed a late addition, Liberty Heights answered the bell, and they're not letting this opportunity slip.
That ball knocked out of bounds by Prolific Prep. There's another turnover. Liberty Heights now with possession in a 1-point game. Maybe an opportunity to switch momentum on their side. Jazz Stinson to Wilkerson. Tawan Simpkins' shot is blocked emphatically by Infamara Dabo, I should say, pardon me. Blocking a 3-pointer.
They cover ground in that zone, now switching back to man-to-man.
He might have put a dent in that cement wall over there, too, on that shot block.
Some good art over there at River Bluff High.
Takai Simpkins sizing up Jordan Pope. Crossover, behind the back dribble, step back 3 and a foul. Credit to Takai Simpkins for drawing the foul. It's Jordan Pope on the call, his first personal, 6th team foul against Prolific Prep.
You're starting to get him down. Tawan left-handed, Takai right-handed, Takai headed to the line.
3 shots for Takai Simpkins.
I'll be honest, I'm still going off the socks.
Hey, you find something that works.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
And they're both productive. I mean, you see twins Corey and Kendall Davis, twins at York Prep, #1 team in South Carolina, getting it done. You're seeing two twins here, Takai and Tawan, getting it done for Liberty Heights.
I'm having flashbacks of the brothers that Kentucky had on that Final Four team from a few years back.
Harrison twins.
Yes.
Another two fun players to watch come off the ranks out of Houston.
Yes. The name escaped me for a moment.
Larry Harrison does an outstanding job, Houston defenders, especially with his two sons, Andrew and Aaron.
45 seconds remaining in the first half. MJ
Tough.
Rice going to the bucket.
That's the first drive MJ's had to the rim. Uses a strong frame to finish through contact. The KU signee.
Tawan Simpkins passes out of the shot to Chad Stinskin. Tawan Simpkins going baseline. The floater over Morsek is no good.
Sek made him rush that one.
Dabo with the rebound. Now Simpkins playing defense. Stinson helping out. And Stinson gets the steal. Fakes the pass and commits the charge. Trying to go through Enfamara Dabo.
Stinson needed a kick. Credit Morsek turning the ball over, got back. Eliminating layups. Stepped in and took it right in the chest for the charge.
In sort of sense, Prolific Prep isn't used to a close game this deep in the game. I could be wrong there. But you can just feel the energy, not just between the two teams, but with everyone in the gym. This is a good game and a surprise to people who maybe weren't aware of Liberty Heights before today.
People around this area that follow hoops, Liberty Heights, making a name for themselves the last several years.
Dink Pates just checking into the ball game, turns it over.
Liberty
Heights ball.
6 seconds to go.
6 seconds on the clock, 21-20 score. Prolific Prep up by 1 point. Takai Simpkins trying to make every use of the time he can. Driving to the rim, passes cross court. The Hedgepeth shot way offline.
That's the one you rub your hands and hopefully it slipped. Tough shot though, he's behind the backboard.
It was a tough shot. Not quite his best look, but taking advantage of the opportunity when it came. 21-20 our score at the half. Prolific Prep leading Liberty Heights. We've got a close one here, folks. Stay tuned for more high school hoops action right here on Baller TV, live from the Chick-Fil-A Classic. We'll be back in just a few moments. They're giving him stitches. Yeah, he hit it hard, man. I've had stitches in my lip before. I know how bad that hurts. That's not fun. That's really not fun. I wonder if he'll come back again. He does. I don't know. He might be able to. They've got him taped up. I think right now he's trying to make the case to let him play. That's kind of what it seems like.
Once they stitch you up, I don't think you can come back in.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I think you're right.
Just put the Band-Aid on it and you can keep playing.
What are you seeing so far? This is the game. Anything standing out to you?
MJ's settling too much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it should be paused on their end. Like the only people that can probably hear it all the time. Like the maintenance people.
He's a big guy. Why doesn't he like, drive more often?
Somehow mute this.
watching at home. Huh? My dad, actually, he's watching at home. He's doing a good job. He says it seems like it's an entertaining game. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a highly small. How many people are watching it?
He came last night. He just. Welcome back, folks, to Baller TV's coverage of the 2021 Chick-Fil-A Classic here at River Bluff High School in Lexington, South Carolina. And we got a good one right now between Prolific Prep and Liberty Heights. 21-20 our score, Prolific Prep and the lead. Patrick Amara here with Kevin Schneider on the call. And Kev, we were talking a little bit during the half just about adjustments we'd like to see the teams make. And really, I think we both came to the consensus that this game could be won or lost with a string of baskets. If you can go on a run here of a few scores, you can take full control of this game.
If you're Liberty Heights, you want to see your guards get going. Takai, Tawan, Simpkins, Chaz Stinson. For Prolific Prep, the 5-star MJ Rice. Look for him to be more aggressive here in the second half.
Tawan Simpkins with a missed three-pointer. And a rebound from Infamara Dabo. Jordan Pope bringing the ball up the court. Trey White back in the game as well for Prolific Prep. He was getting stitched up at halftime. He's playing with a bandage on his chin now. And a deep shot from White. Money from distance.
That's a pure stroke from Trey White. That ball comes off like a feather.
Stitches won't stop him, that's for sure. David Wilkerson trying to match Trey White. No can do, and it's White with the rebounds. 4-point advantage for Prolific Prep. White at the elbow. Feeds inside to Bona, an easy finish at the rim. Nobody's going to out-muscle Bona down low. Takai Simpkins thought about popping the three, drives inside instead, can't get the mid-range effort to convert. Chaz Stinson with an inadvertent backcourt violation.
That's tough.
Unlucky, really.
Stinson's had a couple steals in transition just like that. As we predicted, we thought one of the two teams would come out and make a run here. It happened to be Prolific Prep on a 5-0 run to start the second half.
And Liberty Heights has to put a stop to this run as soon as possible. Trey White. Now Infamara Dabo. White again. Fouled on the shot attempt. David Wilkerson, not a fan of the call. He'll be charged with the foul. It's his third. And White will head to the free throw line. I got to credit Trey White for the toughness. He took a mean fall in the first half, came away with a bloodied lip. Might have even lost a tooth. It's hard to tell from how far away we are. He was getting stitched up on the sidelines at the end of the second quarter. Goes into the locker room at the half, and now comes back out. He's right back on the floor with a big old bandage underneath his bottom lip.
May affect his chin, doesn't affect his stroke.
Not at all. Unfazed, it seems.
He's one of the better shooters in the country in the 2022 class. Trey White headed to Southern Cal.
Trey White at the line has signed.
I initially thought White was shooting 2. It turns out he's shooting 3 at the free throw line.
Pier.
8-0 run.
That backspin looks like yours, Pat.
You've obviously never seen me shoot before. Trust me, you don't want to. Chaz Stinson driving inside. Right hand floater is good. Nice bucket there from Chaz Stinson. He's into double figures.
That was big. I mentioned one team could go on a 9-0 run. Prolific did just that. Chaz Stinson responds. You got to see what Liberty Heights has to respond. But Dabo.
Infamara Dabo.
Dabo slam.
Not the Dabo that folks in South Carolina are used to hearing about. He made a big play there on the two-hand slam. And now it's Tawan Simpkins heading to the line. For Liberty Heights, it's Dabo charged with the foul. Of course, I was referring to Dabo Sweeney, not Dabo Sweeney. Kind of a lame joke on my part, but hey. Tawan Simpkins sinks his first.
They got hot late in the year, didn't they, the Tigers?
They did, much to the dismay of myself, a University of South Carolina student.
I didn't mean to bring that up, but you got Spencer Rattler coming. You should be happy for that.
It's okay.
Shane Beamer got it. Gamecocks heading in the right direction. 7-point game here.
Yep.
And this one, right down the road from South Carolina.
It's very true. MJ Rice driving and finishes with the right hand at the rim.
You asked me what I wanted to see at half. I want to see MJ Rice do just that. One of the more unstoppable players get to the rim. MJ Rice, don't settle, take it to the rack. That's what he did just there. 5-star.
Takai Simpkins nearly lost his footing for a moment. Now heaves one up with the right hand, an off-balance shot. And Chaz Stinson knocks the ball off his teammate out of bounds. It's prolific prep ball. Jordan Pope running the point for a prolific prep. Working off the screen. And an offensive rebound from Dabo. Foul called on the play. 2 free throws coming for Dabo and prolific prep. First one misses from Dabo. 9-point advantage for prolific prep. They can make it a 10-point lead with a make here. And instead a miss. A good hustle from Dabo leads to an over the back foul.
Dabo. That's his second, team second.
His second personal and second team foul against prolific prep. Chaz Stinson bringing the ball up court. Tawan Simpkins gets the ball screen. Stinson from deep connects.
That's 5 for Chaz in the second half. He's responding. 6-point game.
13 points for Chaz Stinson. Adem Bona sets the screen for Pope. The feed back to Bona. And the two-hand jam!
That is what we call power.
Takai Simpkins looking for the foul instead. It's his teammate heading to the rim and getting fouled. Foul will go to Bona. It's his third.
What a powerful move from Adem Bona headed to UCLA. The power dribble and the punch, two-handed.
Dominic Nelson at the line, shoot 2.
Dominic Nelson at the free throw line for Liberty Heights. And Bona, we've seen that a handful of times over the last couple of days. There are times where he looks like he could be the strongest guy in the country.
He's definitely one of the more powerful bigs. There's no question about that.
Make there from Nelson. 2 for 2 at the strip. Now Liberty Heights on the defensive end needing a stop. Pope to Rice. Bona down low. And the feed on the other side. Nice footwork there from Pope to keep it in bounds. Dabo working down low over Stinson. Traveling called against Dabo. He can't believe it. That's a turnover. It's Liberty Heights ball. And the Cardinals moving fast now. The shot. Chaz Stinson nearly with the putback dunk. Takai Simpkins grabs the rebound and gets fouled going up top. That'll be Adem Bona's 4th foul. And that could switch the tides a little bit.
Stinson's bringing it. His energy's picked up the rest of the team. They're having to dig deep. They played earlier today, won the championship. Now they're playing again this evening. The second straight day. They're digging deep in the tank for this one.
Oh, they played 2 games yesterday and today.
And today.
I did not realize that. Wow. I thought we were just talking about yesterday. They did that today again. Wow.
This group's scrappy. I mean, they're a type of team that can do that.
4 games in 48 hours for Liberty Heights.
And they're proving that here on the big stage. 35-31, timeout A.J. Jones, 4-point game.
Full timeout called by Liberty Heights here.
Good timeout there from A.J. Jones.
Gold sponsors of the Chick-Fil-A Classic.
And after that foul from Bona, he's now has 4 fouls on the day. Just with the presence that he's had on the court, that could play a big factor at least for the rest of this quarter. And then he has to play smart after that. It seems Liberty Heights have played their best basketball today when he hasn't been on the floor.
Yeah, Bona's a factor. You know, obviously getting Trey White back out there, but Bona now with 4. Expect more Sec to step up. DeBow has to make some plays, number 11. But you're really going to rely on MJ Rice and Trey White down the stretch here to pull out this win if you're Prolific Prep.
The look that Trey White had on his face when he walked onto the floor to start the second half, I thought he was about ready to just start raining free threes from all over the place.
He's got unlimited range. Trey White, ranked number 32 in the ESPN rankings nationally, headed to USC. He can really shoot it. That's one of the better wing duos in the country at Prolific Prep. And obviously Dior Johnson is no longer with Prolific Prep, so guys are having to fill new roles. Jordan Pope running the show at the PG spot. But the 2 wings, the 2 4- or 5-star recruits have to really step up here in a tight one versus scrappy Liberty Heights squad.
Trey White inbounds to Jordan Pope. 3 minutes, 38 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. 4-point advantage for Prolific Prep. Zion Sensley in the game for Adam Bona, who is in foul trouble. Chaz Stinson with the rebound on the Infamara Dabo miss. And now it's Kai Simpkins looking for a screen from Josiah Dow. Instead passes to his brother on the other end of the court. Back to Takai. To Stinson in the corner. The 3-pointer contested. Nearly gets the friendly roll. Instead it's Sensley with the rebounds. White crosses, spins, drives. The feed to Dabo, the pump. And the easy 2-hand lay-in.
Big time again. White, Rice. DeBow stepping up inside.
Simpkins.
And we're going the other way.
Offensive foul.
Offensive foul call on number 2, Taiwan Simpkins.
Pat, I love the defensive intensity from Prolific Prep. They switch up their defenses. They value possessions. That's what's so key in winning games, especially at the elite level. You can't give up possessions.
That's what they teach you in college, I would assume. And MJ Rice brings his bench to its feet with the dunk.
White Rice. That's the show here.
Chaz Stinson driving towards the baseline, swallowed by a Prolific Prep trap. Josiah Dow from 3 over the outstretched arms of Jordan Pope. It's no good. MJ Rice driving to the 10 again. Jump ball called.
I don't mind that. That's what I want to see from MJ. Don't settle. Get to the rack. He's as strong as any player at his position in the country. Although a jump ball, they retain possession, go right back at it.
He certainly looks strong, too. You can see his muscles, even from as high up as we are. Strong kid. Jordan Pope, the left hand lay-in is good.
Tough finish with the left. Prolific now up 10, under 2 to go in the third.
Now Liberty Heights could use a run of their own. Takai Simpkins from long range, no good, and it's Zion Sensley with the rebounds. Although Tawan Simpkins, battling it out, forces the Prolific Prep turnover, and Liberty Heights regains possession.
That's what they do, the scrappy Simpkins brothers. Play as hard as you can play.
Josiah Dow, no good on the dunk attempt. Jordan Pope looking for Sensley on the alley-oop.
That's Zion Sensley.
Sensley with an offer from Washington State and Hawaii, the sophomore.
Blocking foul is the call.
I love that from DeBow. We see him at the rim rocking, blocking shots, not afraid to step in and take a charge.
That is his third.
Didn't go his way this time, but it's the right mentality is what you're saying.
He has offers from Kansas, San Diego State, Pacific, UC Davis, number 11 for Prolific Prep.
Takai Simpkins at the free throw line. Drains the front end.
It's pretty cool. The other night, Joey Higginbotham, Mount Olive head coach, courtside, offered both the brothers, Tawan and Takai. Kind of sensed it after the way they've been playing lately. They're going to pick up some offers here.
Morsek checks in for Prolific Prep. Takai Simpkins drains another free throw. 10-point game once again. Pope feeds inside to Rice. Auto double team, and Morsek with the easy lay-in right in front of the basket.
MJ has dominated this second half. Fed him in the post, felt the double, hit the cutter, the bucket.
Takai Simpkins driving baseline. No basket. A foul occurred on the floor.
If you're Liberty Heights here, you need a couple threes to fall, get a run going, eliminate the easy buckets at the other end.
And if I'm Liberty Heights, I'm desperately trying to get to the free throw line. Prolific Prep, one foul given away from putting Liberty Heights in the bonus. You got to do something to change this game. Maybe getting to the stripe is that thing.
You got to get in a transition game. It's become a half-court game and a low-scoring game like this.
Zion Sensley, easy money from three-point lands.
You could put an HM next to his name. He's a high-level kid. How about that pass and finish?
Wilkerson with the feed to Tawan Simpkins going up to get the basket. A 13-point game with 25 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
The Simpkins bros are high flyers.
MJ Rice, no good. The second chance opportunity for Morsek is no good as well, but a foul is called on the play.
It's like MJ hurt us up here. Drive, use that frame. Even though he missed it, Sek was right there for the follow. Cleared out the lane. The five-star MJ Rice has been super impressive here in the second half.
19 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Morsek at the free throw line for two shots. Drains the first. Caleb Hedgepeth checks back in for Liberty Heights, replacing Josiah Dow.
One more shot coming up for a second.
Morsek at the line, Oklahoma State, Kansas, San Francisco, and LMU all have offered.
Morsek goes 2 for 2 from the line.
I'll tell you what, I've been super impressed with the bigs from Prolific Prep. Their ability to make free throws. We saw earlier the five-star. Bona hit all his free throws. Now you're seeing Sek, DeBow. They put the time in at the charity stripe.
Consistency. Especially at the free throw line. That's a huge difference maker for any team. Ben Jenkins just checked in for Prolific Prep. He's wearing number 4. Chad Stinson on the inside, looking for some help. A drive and a shot from David Wilkerson is good. Pope, 2-1, step back from long range, no good.
And at the end of 3 quarters of play, your score, Prolific Prep.
Our score after 3, Prolific Prep 50. Liberty Heights, 37.
29 points scored by Prolific Prep here in the third. They had 21 at half. MJ Rice, Trey White got going. They really dominated the game in the third. If you're Prolific Prep, you want to keep doing what you're doing. Liberty Heights, get up and down, transition. Look for them to maybe switch their defensive strategy up, extend it out, try and create some havoc with their speed to make a comeback here in the fourth.
Just have to do something to give Prolific Prep a harder time offensively and force some of those turnovers that can lead to points. Easier said than done, I guess.
Yeah, Liberty Heights, Obviously, they've had several games here, but they're tough, man. I mean, these guys compete. And with the college coaches sitting courtside, this is a great opportunity. Many players on their team well deserving of several offers after their play this week. With Bona with 4 fouls, DeBow really stepped up, number 11 for Prolific Prep, as well as Sek, number 23.
Zion Sensley, too, coming off the bench.
Had some big plays, a dunk, a 3. Sophomore, number 24, making his presence felt. 6'9" wing.
DeBow, Sek, and Sensley all on the floor for Prep to start the fourth quarter. Rice and Pope out there as well. Takai Simpkins to Chaz Stinson in the corner for 3. It's good.
For A.J. Jones, can't draw it up any better than that, huh, Pat?
No, you can't. Chaz Stinson's like a broken record from that angle. He has money from the corner. I feel like I've said that several times between yesterday and today. Prolific Prep calls a timeout. Trying to get their half-court set adjusted.
You felt the intensity of Liberty Heights on that possession, defensively picking up.
They understand the gravity of the moment. They understand if they want to get back in this game, they have to start now. And Billy McKnight in Prolific Prep obviously doesn't want that to happen.
There's no shot clock here, so obviously Prolific run their sets, get the best shot available.
That's right, no shot clock with public high school basketball in the state of South Carolina. I don't believe any level of high school basketball in South Carolina uses a shot clock.
Not in this state.
Not in the state, no.
Not North Carolina as well. It's being added in many places around the country, in many states around the country. Associations have added it.
Not quite in the Palmetto State.
It just forces players to play time and score.
Jordan Pope with a miss from long range and a foul on the rebounds. Players from both teams helping up MJ Rice, who hit the hardwood hard. Foul will go to David Wilkerson. It's his fourth. So now Liberty Heights in a bit of foul trouble.
That's 4 on Wilkerson.
Jordan Pope kicks one off the foot of Takai Simpkins. I believe that was purposeful. Josiah Dow checks in for Liberty Heights. Trey White running from the trainer's table straight onto the court, getting those stitches touched up.
He's feeling hot right now.
Pope to Rice from 3. Little off balance and a miss. Takai Simpkins with the rebounds. Simpkins looking for a lane, a spin. Stinson in the corner again. It's good.
That's his money spot. Chaz Stinson.
19 for Chaz Stinson. And I believe there's going to be a foul called on Prolific Prep as well. It's going to be Trey White who picks up a foul. So not only does Liberty Heights get the 3, they get the ball back as well.
Those 3 have been doing it all week, all year. Liberty Heights comes in 18-1.
That'll be a 1-1.
And a
Could
correction.
make this a 5-point possession.
I was about to say a correction. Liberty Heights doesn't get the ball. They get free throws because they're in the bonus now. There's a loose ball foul against Trey White. I believe he was trying to gain position for the coming rebounds, but obviously Stinson made the shot. The foul was committed against Josiah Dow, so he will be the shooter. 1-1 for Josiah Dow and Liberty Heights. Dow and Hedgepeth both on the floor for Liberty Heights. We haven't seen that yet today. Cardinals electing for some more size on the floor, and Dow, misses the front end of the 1-1. The press now comes from Liberty Heights. Takai Simpkins manning up Jordan Pope. Trey White with an opportunity to shoot from deep. The punt fake drains the 3. He knew it right away.
And his chin strap's coming off. It doesn't matter. That was smooth.
10 points for Trey White. And nice move there from Josiah Dow, answering the call of Trey White. 8-point game, Prolific Prep with a lead. 6.5 minutes to play in regulation.
That's his range.
White passes. Sensley in the corner, no good. Sek with the rebound knocked out of his hands. Out of bounds, off the fingertips of Caleb Hedgepeth. It's Prolific Prep ball.
Trey White, one of the best shooters in the country. We're seeing that on display here at Chick-Fil-A.
More Sek, hands off to Jordan Pope. Driving, left-hand spin, turnaround, fadeaway. No good, but a foul is called. This one will go against Caleb Hedgepeth. It's his second. Jordan Pope to the line for 2 shots. Misses the first.
Number 4, Caleb Hedgepeth. That is his second, team 6. One more shot coming up for Jordan.
Trey White. This game reminds me of Jordan Poole now starring with the Warriors. Shooting is such a value in today's game at all levels. Jordan Pope is having a big second half here for Prolific.
He's got 6 points to his credit. Chaz Stinson again. 22 for Chaz Stinson.
Show out, Mr. Stinson. Let's get some Scallies tonight, huh?
Chaz Stinson saying, I'm not the only guy on this Liberty Heights team that should be getting scholarships. A 6-point game. Trey White bagging his teammates to the other side, working through the screen. Floater attempt is no good. That ball out of bounds. Last touched by Liberty Heights. It's Prolific Prep ball. And now the imposing figure of Adem Bona will check back in. More Sek heads to the bench. Trey White off the inbounds. Backing down his man, turnaround fadeaway. Nearly had it, but no good. MJ Rice with the rebounds. Fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line.
MJ really hitting the offensive glass here in the second half.
Josiah Dow charged with the foul. That's his 4th.
That foul is on number 4.
So now Dow and Wilkerson both with 4 fouls for Liberty Heights. Adem Bona with 4 for Prolific Prep. Trey White and Infamara Dabo have 3 apiece. And speaking of Dabo, looks like he's just about to check in for Prolific Prep. Sensley will head to the bench. Rice missed his first free throw. He has 11 tonight.
Another big-time get for Bill Self and staff. You can picture him in the Kansas Jayhawk uniform already. How he plays. Super versatile wing.
Following in the footsteps of Paul Pierce, perhaps?
Great comparison. That's exactly who we talk about. Paul Biancardi, who's tuning in, ESPN National Recruiting Director. It's a great comparison.
Trey White on the elbow inside to Adem Bona, backing down his man. Nearly had the friendly roll. Missed, but he goes and gets the rebound instead. And now we're going to get a jump ball call. It's still Prolific Prep ball. Possession arrow will switch. David Wilkerson checks in for Liberty Heights. Remember, he has 4 fouls. Josiah Dow, who will most likely be tasked with guarding Adem Bona, playing a dangerous game. He has 4 fouls as well. If I'm Adem Bona, I'm asking for the ball. I'm going right after him.
Like that. They didn't call it.
That's the plan. Tawan Simpkins blocked by Trey White. And that ball knocked out of bounds, however.
White had touched it out of bounds. Side out, Liberty Heights.
A nice block there, though, from White. Showing his defensive prowess. We're used to seeing his offensive skill.
He got up a little bit on that one.
Definitely did. Four minutes, 53 seconds remaining in regulation. Josiah Dow trying to work around Adem Bona.
Tough.
Step back, fade away, no good.
That's a
Famara
tough
Zabo
shot.
with the rebounds. That is a tough shot, especially over Bona.
That's how you make it up, though.
Dow with the steal, feeding Simpkins.
Big time block.
Bona takes it out of the air. And Simpkins gets his own rebounds.
How scrappy are the Simpkins brothers?
Tawan goes
Bona
up.
everywhere.
Another block from Bona. 3 in the last 13 seconds. MJ Rice at the other end with the lay-in. A 9-point game. Prolific Prep leading. Chaz Stinson. The spin. The fake inside to Wilkerson, and a foul committed by MJ Rice. First foul against MJ Rice tonight. Zion Sensley checks in for Trey White. He's handling his shit. He's going to go right back to the trainer's table. Give him credit for not giving up. There are some players, they start bleeding like that, they got to get stitches in the middle of the game. They might just ask out. Trey White's begging to stay in.
The toughness of Trey White on display here.
A 1-and-1 opportunity for David Wilkerson in Liberty Heights. First one, a miss, and a rebound from Adem Bona.
Liberty Heights has missed the front end of the 1-on-1 now twice. Under 4 to go. We got a dandy coming down the wire, Pat. Semifinal number 2, winner faces Dream City.
Chaz Stinson playing good defense around Infamara Dabo. Under duress, Infamara Dabo, and Stinson, despite the size disadvantage, making a play there.
Stinson's been everywhere. It's a big possession right here.
Just a little under 4 minutes to go. 9-point margin. A prolific prep lead. And you mentioned Liberty Heights missing the front end of a 1-on-1 a couple times. That's 4 points left on the board. That could make a huge difference having even just a couple of those points back right now.
Especially in a tight one.
Wilkerson driving. Kicks out to Simpkins. The 3
That's a
is
big
good.
one. That's what they needed. That was a big one.
8 points on the night for Takai Simpkins. His brother Tawan has 9. 6-point game. Chaz Stinson playing defense again. Dabo having trouble around Chaz Stinson. Tawan Simpkins manning up MJ Rice. A tough shot there and an awesome make.
HM plus MJ. Looking like MJ with the fadeaway.
Wilkerson in the backcourt for Liberty Heights. Now an 8-point game in this one.
Bona!
Peth has his shot knocked out of the air by Adem Bona. And a nice steal there from Simpkins. Rice on the floor. Simpkins gets a block. Both Simpkins and Infamara Dabo hit the floor. Dabo will be charged with the blocking foul. It will be his 4th.
Tawan looked like he was about to punch it. He was taken well outside that RB.
I thought he was about to clear Infamara Dabo on the dunk attempt.
I'll tell you what, though, Bona inside. They entice him to players to come into the paint. He makes you pay.
Simpkins almost has a little John Morant bounce to his game, somewhat.
You know what? Ja was super under-recruited, too, coming out of the state of South Carolina. Credit Murray State finding a superstar out of Crestwood. There's players like that out of the Carolinas every year. You start to see more and more sleepers. The transfer portal's getting hit pretty hard. And you'll find some gems in the high school ranks, especially out of the Palmetto State. And Takai and Tawan and Chaz Stinson have really showed out here on the big stage for Liberty Heights.
Dink Pate with the rebound off the Tawan Simpkins miss. 7-point advantage for Prolific Prep. MJ Rice off the Dabo screen, out to the corner, Dink Pate looking for some help. It's Jordan Pope at the elbow. Pope trying to get some space. Nearly loses a handle on the ball. but retains possession. Now going to the rim, left-hand drive, no good. A rebound from Dabo. Goes up and gets fouled. He'll head to the line. It'll be Tawan Simpkins.
Dabo, he competes, man. Both ends of the floor, makes you earn it. Hits the offensive glass. You see why the high majors have come in on number 11 at the line.
2 shots for Dabo.
Dabo with an opportunity to continue his success from the free throw line. Doing just that. And Trey White checks back in for prolific prep, as does Josiah Dow for Liberty Heights. Man, you can just not keep Trey White off the floor.
Ultimate competitor right there, 22.
Dabo misses the free throw, grabs his own rebound, and gets fouled again. And that will be Josiah Dow's 5th foul as well.
Again, he competes every possession.
Talk about a hustle play.
With Bona in foul trouble, Dabo's really stepped out to hold down the interior. Getting extra possessions for the Stars, Trey White and MJ Rice.
And that will lead to a 1-and-1 for Dabo. Joel Torres will replace Josiah Dow.
Joel Torres into the lineup for the Cardinals, replacing Josiah Dow.
Dabo with the miss. Tawan Simpkins with the rebounds.
Bona can really defend.
Tawan,
Wow.
the floater. Nice shot. He's got 12.
And we got a 6-point game, 2-possession game right here, Pat.
This could get interesting. Liberty Heights needs a couple more stops. Bona driving, the fake, and the easy finish. He's nearly 7 feet tall, but with agility like that, could fool me.
Great footwork.
Stinson trying to go over Dabo and does. My goodness.
Starting to open up a little bit.
24 points for Chaz Stinson, and MJ Rice count the basket.
That's where MJ is at his best. 6-point game, get it, downhill driving to the rack, +1.
That foul charge to Stinson, it's his 3rd. Stinson with 24 tonight. MJ Rice with 17. Tonight's leading scorers for their respective squads.
Rock Chalk, Jayhawk, you got another one coming your way. And like you mentioned, similar to Paul Pierce, that's MJ Rice.
A young Paul Pierce.
Strong frame, knows what to do with it.
We don't need to talk about the Brooklyn version of Paul Pierce.
He had a great run, though. California native, had a great run at it.
Most definitely. A miss from Rice. And Wilkerson with the rebound. 1:12 remaining in regulation.
Tough shot.
Takai shooting from 3, asking for a foul call. I'm almost surprised there wasn't one called there. Jordan Pope now running circles around the Liberty Heights defense. And prolific prep will be content with playing keep away, but not in Famara Dabo. He wants to jam.
Super impressed with Bona on that pass.
And a block there from Trey White. Jordan Pope with the rock again. MJ Rice. And a foul from Takai Simpkins and Liberty Heights.
The foul is on Takai Simpkins.
10-point game. Under 40 seconds remaining in regulation. Rice will head back to the free throw line. This game all but over. But it's been competitive from both sides. It hasn't been a blowout. Both teams have played very tough, very hard-nosed from start to finish. And they're not letting up. It's not like Prolific Prep is taking their foot off the gas just because they're ahead late. It almost seems like they're trying to add to their margin now because of how close it was earlier.
I was expecting a tight one. Coming in, Prolific Prep, powerhouse nationally. Making adjustments, obviously, without Dior. And they've done that. MJ Rice, Trey White, the Stars have stepped up. Bona, he's electric, man. He blocks shots, runs the floor. Great footwork in the post. for Liberty Heights. Chaz Stinson and the Simpkins brothers have put on a show.
And I'll tell you what, assuming Prolific Prep holds on to this lead, which they should, I cannot wait to see Sean Phillips and Adem Bona lace it up against each other tomorrow in the final.
That'll be a high motor, a lot of size, a lot of length.
That will be special.
The NC State, Sean Phillips signee. Signee for UCLA, Bona going at it.
Sakai Simpkins headed to the rim. Bona knocks him down, picks up the foul call. He almost doesn't mind. It's his 5th. He'll head to the bench. He's taking it like a champ. He's dominated this game. Nearly every minute he's been on the floor. And Zion Sensley will take his place.
2 shots coming up for Sakai Simpkins.
It should be Prolific Prep and Dream City in the final for the national bracket in the Chick-Fil-A Classic tomorrow night. Archbishop Stepanak awaits the winner of Irmo and Lexington, which will be the game immediately following this one.
Stepanak, entertaining overtime win over Grayson prior to this one.
Uh-oh. Rice had 2 guys going for the alley-oop on the other side.
Could have had the double dunk.
Put that in the dunk contest. Dewan Simpkins goes to the line. Takes the block.
Dabo tries to take a charge every single time. I love that.
Now Dabo will head to the bench. That was his 5th. He'll be replaced by Dink Pate on the court. And you mentioned Archbishop Stepanak. Danny Carbuccia, freshman point guard. He's been blowing me away the last couple of days.
Steady, man. Consistent. And they had big plays down the stretch to win that game. They were down.
Yes.
Came back, forced overtime versus Grayson. Stepanak pulled out the win. Really big on Isaiah Alexander for them, number 10. Check him out tomorrow. Holds several low to mid offers, but his stock's quickly rising. Isaiah Alexander of Stepanak.
Trey White is fouled. Prolific Prep searching for fast break opportunities. Trying to be the next big thing on Instagram Reels. Trey White will head to the line for 2 free throws. 10-point lead for Prolific Prep in the dying embers of this game. White sinks the first free throw, pushing his teammates back on defense as well.
I think that's the hand tap, the invisible hand tap, you know, when you're just in routine.
I see what you're saying now.
Shooters are always in routine.
And Trey White.
Got a couple stitches at halftime, Trey White in the chin, and shows his grit to step up.
He's played tough today.
Play through it.
His day is over. Ben Jenkins and Jacob Labounty check in for Prolific Prep. And now David Wilkerson will try to get one final shot off before the final whistle. He does. And we'll head to the line as well. Welcome to the game, Jacob Labounty. Here's a foul for you.
There you go. Tell you what, although they came out in a losing effort here today, they definitely brought the effort. Liberty Heights. Super impressed. And although you don't want to lose a game like this, they gained respect from the media, the home crowd here, the college coaches courtside, and hopefully tuning in. This program competes night in, night out. They've done it all year, now 18-1 on the season.
And if nobody else has become a fan of Liberty Heights after this game, I think I have. Showing a lot of heart today. High effort every minute of the game. Jump ball called on the floor. Liberty Heights ball. Prolific Prep ready to advance to the final on their end of the Chick-Fil-A Classic. Oh, Takai to Tawan Simpkins almost had the alley-oop connection.
Would have been nice to go out with that. Great game.
Great game for both teams. Our final, Prolific Prep 72, Liberty Heights 62.
And we got a Danny coming tomorrow night. Dream City, Prolific Prep. Both teams ranked in the top 10 nationally. They face off tomorrow for the Chick-Fil-A national title.
Folks, we'll have our nightcap for you coming up pretty shortly. Lexington and Irmo High Schools matching up in our final semifinal of the day. Patrick DeMar with Kevin Schneider on Baller TV, thanking you for tuning in to the Chick-fil-A Classic. Kevin, thanks for being alongside me for our semifinals today. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure, Pat. You're terrific. We're up and rising stars in the commentating world.
Hey,
Enjoyed
speak for yourself.
Thank you, buddy.
Well, folks, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening, and stay tuned for more hoops action right here on Baller TV. Have a good night.